Hi everyone, Graham Keefe here from The Great Wake Up with yet another upload for you. Now in today's audio video, what I wanted to talk about is the ever increasing oppression by our police service. Now whether it be in the UK, which is a fictional place, whether it be in your country, in inverted commas, which is also a fictional place. The police are quite literally digging their own graves. They have no idea that they're doing this, but they are digging their own graves and they are almost assuring themselves a prison sentence for their complete criminal, farcical, sickening, narcissistic, psychopathic, and quite frankly, sad order-following ways. Because the police are literally doing what they always do, just following orders. Where have we heard that before? Just following orders. Obviously, everybody knows that. That was heard in Nuremberg after the World War II trials, where many of the German SS soldiers and other involved parties were executed for their part in the horrors that happened at the end of World War II. Now, yes, we are in World War III. We've been in World War III since the World Trade Center illusion, aka false flag, created by your global governments to justify the invasion of Afghanistan, Iraq, Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, Afghanistan, Eritrea, Sudan. And what do we notice about those 7 countries or so on the Patriot Act list? Well, all of those countries didn't have a central bank in until regime change was created by the lie that was 9/11. And all of these people that are coming over from these countries are deliberately being allowed to pour into the Western world and Europe. Make no mistake about that. That is the Kalergi plan, and the police are in so deep that they have no idea. And the problem is for the police, because most people go into the police to do a good job, they want to make a difference, and police are leaving in their droves in the UK because most police have good hearts. Most police are just good people. Most. But when they put an ego on, and that happens when the uniform is put on, because they believe they have some kind of fictional authority over you and I. But the police have no authority over you and I unless you've committed a common law crime with an injured party that comes forward and makes a claim that they've been injured by you. That is all the police are there for. Act of Parliament, forget it. Fraud, criminal conversion, treason, malfeasance and misconduct in public office. And they're just the crimes that the policemen are committing every single day. Not to mention all of the 2-tier Keir Starmer crimes that they're committing, which are common law offences every single day. And perhaps the worst crime of all is the manipulation and gaslighting of the public. For example, when a poor young girl in the UK was brutally gang raped after leaving a nightclub with her friends on her own, Epsom in the UK went berserk. They didn't get any updates on the case. They didn't get any updates on the offenders because they didn't have enough evidence or a lack of CCTV or whatever to show, which could be a justifiable excuse from the police. But the police are arresting people for emotionally responding to being gaslit. The police are arresting people for emotionally responding to people being raped, to children being raped, to children being killed, to people being killed. And the offenders who are committing those crimes from these third world countries are getting very lenient sentences, if a sentence at all. And this is deliberate gaslighting. Now, the police have no idea of the dramas and the troubles that they're in because they literally are so stupid. Yes, they're stupid, all right. Because all it takes is a little bit of integrity to know that what I'm about to do, is it right or wrong? And just because my sergeant, customer services, has told me to do something, should I actually do it? And fair play to the police who are leaving in their drones for this corrupt, criminal institution. Now, let me tell you this. The police service in the UK used to be a service for the public which ran correctly. But now, in this corporatised, megalomaniac world of totalitarianism and corporate control, the police, like everything else, have been corporatised. So now they are actually a for-profit business. Just like the courts, that's fraud, that's a crime. All the courts in the UK are in criminality. All the judges, therefore, all the clerks of the court, all the legal advisors, whatever you want to call them, all the ushers, all the HMCTS court staff, they're all in misconduct in public office. They're all committing crime every single day. So the police, as well as all them, are in big, big shit. Because when all this irons itself out and the truth comes to the hilt, like it did in Nuremberg, then we're going to see a number, thousands, probably tens of thousands, of police constables being arrested, being charged, and being jailed. And that's exactly what they deserve. And it's exactly what will make me a very happy man. We also need to get rid of Keir Starmer, and we also need to not worry about, get rid of Keir, because whoever comes in, if it's in one of the main parties, will be another Keir. So we need Rupert Lowe is a good choice, but then again, we all need to learn how to self-govern so that we don't replicate the antics of the police, who are just following orders for money, just following orders to pay their mortgage, just following orders to look after their kids, just following orders. Well, hang on a minute. If you're that stupid that you're following illegal orders to look after your children, and what do you think is going to happen to your children when they jail you? My God. The police's ego is off the scale. The ego is the false identity, the false belief in the authority that they think they have. They have none. They have none. Only in a common law situation, with a victim that comes forward of their own free will and of their own accord. And that's when the police can deal with you, and that's okay. But the police aren't doing that. When common law offences occur, like burglary, they don't even turn up. If your car gets stolen, they don't even turn up. They give you a crime number. Because now the main thing is revenue generation. They need to keep printing more and more and more and more and more and more money to devalue it, to raise inflation, to bust the economy, to bring in the CBDCs. And the police are so goddamn stupid that they don't even know that they're living in an illusion. They don't even know that the UK isn't a real place. They don't even know that their name is not their name. And they try, well, they do, they don't try. They force, they incriminate, they make people lose their minds who know what's going on here when they arrest you and they are vicious and violent with you. And I've been there over me knowing that I am not the name on the birth certificate. And the police have got no idea. They're committing criminal conversion, fraud, malfeasance in a public office, misconduct in a public office, treason, high treason in some cases. Is that enough? And obviously, also I'd say they're also deceiving the courts, because they're basing their stories and their days on the stand and the witness box on a falsehood, that anyone that they are charging with a breach of an act of parliament, well, they're criminally converting them. They're saying that they're a legal name on the bench, in the court, on the record. Serious crime. Serious crimes. So the police have absolutely no hope in hell. And I can't wait for the day when their egos are chipped down and they're sitting in their cells crying, missing their family and their children. Yes, I said it, because they deserve that. Their children don't, but they do, because they know exactly what they're doing. Everyone has a moral compass. Everyone has an inner compass. Everyone knows what is right and wrong. And no uniform, no inflated fake power gives anyone the right to breach the law. The law is for all, and that includes the police. And they will go and face justice, hopefully in Nuremberg 3.0. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Please feel free to leave a comment, a like, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you really soon. Take good care.